everyone, Live It Like Lisa here. You'll have to excuse me today. I have woken up not feeling the greatest. My throat's really scratchy and my body feels achy. I don't know if that's some sort of flu coming on, but yeah, so just excuse my overall whole appearance and sound today, but I wanted to get this video out for you guys. So this is week 6 now. Well, yeah, it's like week 5 that I've been doing keto, but week 6 as far as like the whole journey. Oh geez, I'm really not feeling good. I just thought in today's video I would show you how I make our homemade beef jerky, which is a really good protein snack food that you can have while you're doing keto. And again, every time I say snack food, I don't mean like snacking between meals, but you know, if you just feel like a little bit of something, this beef jerky is really good for that. And I'll be honest, it doesn't last very long in this house. I think the batch that I made in this video, I was probably lucky to get a handful out of. The rest just went in a couple of days. So yeah, it's definitely something that really gets eaten quickly in our house. I'm just going to make it pretty short today, not a long vlog. Just going to show you how to make the beef jerky and we'll do my weigh-in. I'm not expecting a massive like weight loss this week because I just found this week, I don't know what it was, I feel like I was really hungry all the time this week. Normally, like I would get to work without eating anything, and normally I'd make it till lunchtime, at the earliest, maybe 10:30, 11 o'clock. But I just found this week, like I was really hungry for the minute I got to work. And so I'd pretty much eat everything I brought for lunch straight away, like all in one go as soon as I got to work at about 8 o'clock. Just weird. I mean, I don't feel like I've eaten more, like yeah, probably a little bit more than I would normally eat during the week, but I don't know, I've just been feeling really hungry. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's just my body adjusting to the weight loss, or maybe I've just been a little bit more active this week with doing the bedroom renovations and things. I don't know. And I have drank so much as well, like water, like soda water and plain water. It was just so freaking humid yesterday. I think I drank about 3 liters of water. Just, I mean, I don't normally drink that much water. I'd be lucky to drink a liter a day. But yeah, I think I would have at least had 3 or 4 liters of water yesterday just from being so hot and so thirsty. So even when you're drinking a lot of water, that will massively affect your weight loss. Like not as far as you losing weight, but showing the weight loss on the scales. I mean, if you think 1 liter of water is 1 kilo, and if you're drinking 3 liters of water, that's 3 extra kilos going in your body as far as weight wise, not staying in your body obviously, but yeah, so I mean that may affect the scale. So I'm not expecting a massive loss this week, and especially since last week it was quite a big drop than I normally have. I think I've been averaging about 8, just under a kilo a week is what I've roughly been averaging. This week I found when I was going to work, my head was a lot clearer and not as fuzzy and not as tired and that sort of thing. Like I felt like I was really bright, you know, wide awake sort of thing first thing in the morning. Whereas normally, as soon as I get up, if I don't have my coffee straight away, I'm like nodding off, falling asleep. And I just want to say too, like, I mean, I know you guys have got common sense and you know I'm no expert at keto, but I just want to make sure that you guys know I'm just sharing what I'm doing as far as keto. I'm by no means any expert on the topic, and people that have been doing it longer may think I'm doing something wrong or may see that that's not quite right or whatever. I'm just sharing how I'm doing it and what's working for me. But if you guys are new to it and you don't know anything about it and you do want to start it, like definitely look online for your own information as well, like to see if it's going to suit you and to see, you know, how to do the diet correctly and all of that sort of thing. I mean, there's some schools of thought where, you know, you need to measure how many calories you're still taking in, and you need to measure how much of your calories are fat and how much of your calories are protein and all of that sort of thing. And yeah, that's probably the more precise way to do it. But just for me personally, I'm just sort of going with the mentality of listening to my body and seeing what my body actually needs. Like if I feel hungry, I'll eat. If I don't feel hungry, I won't eat. And I've just been doing it that way. So, I mean, that seems to be working for me. I'm still losing the weight. I'm still feeling good. So yeah, like just don't sort of take everything I'm doing as gospel. Like I'm just sort of sharing my journey on what I'm doing. The main person that I get a lot of my information from, pretty much nearly all of my information from, is a guy called Dr. Eric Berg. He's also got a YouTube channel, and I'll leave a link to his channel below. He is really, really good. Like, I mean, I find he's actually a chiropractic doctor. So he's not a doctor in actual health medicine as far as keto and all that sort of thing goes. He's actually got his doctorate in chiropractor, but he's done a lot of study on physiology and, you know, how the body works and all of that sort of thing. And his videos and the way he explains things is very, very simple. It's very easy to understand. And yeah, if you're looking for some proper not medical advice, because even he puts as a disclaimer saying, look, don't take this as medical advice, just take it as information that's out there and use it as you will. But yeah, if you guys are looking for a more behind the scenes reason why it works and what you're supposed to do and what you're not supposed to do, definitely check his channel out, because I actually have got him on a podcast as well. He does a podcast. So I often listen to his podcast to and from work, and definitely sort of reinforces different things, different information in my mind as to correct way to be doing keto and all of that sort of thing. For more actual scientific information behind how it all works and why it all works, definitely check his channel out. And his videos are not very long. I think he keeps them under 5 minutes long for the most part. So they're just a quick and easy listen. So I'd highly recommend, if you're thinking about doing keto, definitely go and check his channel out. Yeah, I just wanted to put that out there because I know I might not be doing it 100% how a lot of people say you should do it, because I don't track anything. I don't count calories. I honestly just don't have the time and energy to do all of that. And it would just get too tedious for me. I just rather just eat like a normal person, like as far as normal, like, you know, just, okay, here's what I'm going to eat. Eat until I'm full, stop when I'm not, and that's it. Just, you know, learn to listen to your body. So that's pretty much the way I'm doing it. And for now, it seems to be working. I'm still constantly losing each week. So my body must be happy with that. Oh God, I feel so flat today, guys. I just don't feel like my bright self. I just feel like I want to go back to bed, but I've got too many furniture makeovers to do for my bedroom. So yeah, I'll push on. I don't feel bad, but yeah, my throat is definitely scratchy and I can feel some sort of heaviness coming on. So I'll probably break out in a cold in the next couple of days, I'd say. Enough chatting. This wasn't supposed to be long, but already I've been going for 12 minutes blabbling on. So we'll get straight into the beef jerky. I'll show you how to make that. And yeah, we'll go from there. Homemade beef jerky, which is perfect if you're doing keto. I love it personally. I hate the prepackaged beef jerky. I can't stand the smell of it. I can't stand the taste of it. There's just something in it that puts me off. So and plus there's a lot of hidden carbs in a lot of those beef jerkies as well. So you got to be careful. But I like to make my own. So this is actually directly from Wingham Abattoirs. Wingham Abattoirs. And it's, what is it called? It's grass-fed. Is it just called brisket beef? Yeah, grass-fed brisket beef. So this makes a little bit of a more tougher jerky, but I actually don't mind it. But yeah, like I said, you can use rump steak, fillet steak, blade steak, barbecue steak, anything like that. You just got to make sure you trim a lot of the fat off, because the fat actually doesn't go good dehydrated. So I'll be doing a hell of a lot of trimming to this. I'm just going to cut it up into small pieces, and I'm going to make 2 different varieties of beef jerky today. So I've got 2 different bowls out, and I'm going to make a bit of half and half. So we'll cut the meat up first, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so here's the 2 bowls full of meat now. Now, that's just taken me ages to trim all the fat and all that sort of thing off. So, I mean, really, brisket is not the right meat to use. It's just what we had. We had a big slab of it, so I just thought, well, we'll get rid of some of it using beef jerky. But yeah, definitely use like a rump or a fillet or a blade steak, something like that already doesn't have a lot of fat through it, and that it will actually cut properly, because this is a weird cut of meat. These are going to be pretty tough, I think, but the flavoring and everything is still the same. But yeah, my recommendation, try and use like rump or fillet, something like that. So I'll get all the spices out now and we'll flavor some of them. The first one we'll do is this guy. So we'll make this one we just like a basic spice in this one. Now you're going to need like salt, more than you think you need. So maybe like, I don't know, depending on how much meat you've got, a tablespoon, bit of pepper and coriander. We like to use coriander powder in this. A bit more coriander powder. So maybe a tablespoon of that, bit of garlic powder. Good dollop of that. What else? And maybe just a tiny bit of seasonal, not a lot, just to put a bit of different flavour in. So I'll mix that around, see what that looks like. You want all your meat pretty well coated with the seasonings. And it looks like there's a lot of seasoning on it, but when they're drying out and all that, they're pretty, like, yeah, you need more than you think you need. Might put a bit more coriander in that one and a little bit more garlic powder. Okay, so that's just our basic mix. That's just salt, pepper, coriander and garlic basically. That one's quite nice, it's just plain. Now this one, we add pretty much the same, but then we also add a bit of chili as well. So a good amount, a little bit of pepper, a good amount of salt, and we like to use pink Himalayan salt. Now coriander a little bit. And for this one, I'm going to use a bit of chili powder. And then a little bit of paprika. Got a bit of paprika here. This one is I think this is the smoked one. And did I put garlic? No. Put some garlic, always have garlic. Garlic makes everything better. Okay, we've got to stir. Stir it so all the seasonings are gone and pretty much all sides of the meat have got some sort of seasoning on them. So what I like to do now is just sit those in the fridge for a couple of hours just to marinate a little bit in the spices, and then we'll dehydrate them. All right, so the meat's been sitting in the fridge for a couple of hours now, and this is our food dehydrator. It's just a Sunbeam one. I don't think it was very expensive. To be honest, I can't really remember how much it was. We've had it for so long now and it's been really good and it gets quite a bit of use. So all we do now is load all the meat into
the dehydrator. You can pack it quite tightly because as it dehydrates it will shrink. So I've got all our meats. I'm going to stack them all on top like that. I had enough room to do all of them. So I've spread them out a little bit more. I'll just wash my hands. Okay, so we'll switch this guy on now. So we turn it on high to start with. And then that will just let it run continuously. We always sort of put it near an open window just so the smell doesn't go throughout the house. But if you've got power points outside, you can put them outside as well. But anyway, so here is the finished jerky.
Depending on how you like your jerky, because if you like your jerky more chewy and stuff, you'll put it in for less time.
Exactly. So, I mean, roughly 8 hours for these sort of size strips, and it's fairly chewy. It's not too hard and not too dry. We like ours a little bit chewier, not too sort of, crispy and hard. So that's around roughly about 8 hours. And some perfect keto food, no carbs whatsoever, just all your spices and quick and easy meal. So you wouldn't sit and eat this whole thing as a meal. I mean, you can, but it'll be a very expensive meal. But these are just good to take as an on-the-go snack if you need something for your lunch and that sort of stuff. So,
well, I don't know. In Australia, you're paying about $100 a kilo for that. Normally.
So I don't know, like you guys overseas, whether what the sort of prices are for beef jerky over there. But this sort of homemade stuff, like not the pre-packaged bloody processed crap, but this homemade stuff, you're paying roughly about $100 a kilo here in Australia. So these two, you're probably looking at about maybe $50 for that. What we've just made there, it'd be about half a kilo each, wouldn't they?
Oh, to buy it like that, that's probably what it cost us. It would have probably cost us about $30, maybe $40.
Yeah. So, and I mean, and like I said, brisket is not the ideal meat, but it's still actually, this has actually come out a lot better than I thought. Like when I was cutting it up, I thought it was going to be a disaster, but it's actually come out quite nice. It's not as tough once it's all dried up. It's quite
so anyway, we'll go over and head over to the scales now. I hope it's not disappointing, but we'll see. All right, let's go weigh in. Well, I mean, I can't complain at that. Honestly, I actually thought I would have gained weight this week. I really did, especially the amount of water I drank yesterday. I was like, every time I was drinking a glass of water, I was actually thinking, this is going to put on weight for tomorrow. And when I say put on weight, I don't mean like proper weight, like as in I've gained weight. Like it just means because you're drinking so much water, you're going to be weighing heavier, clearly. But obviously after a few days, your body gets rid of that again. But just every mouthful, I'm like, oh my God, this is going to put on kilos tomorrow. Of all the days to be drinking so much water the day before weigh-in. But no, that was fine. I'm happy. I mean, considering last week's loss was probably half a kilo more than I normally lose, it's kind of balanced out over the 2 weeks anyway. So I've lost 2 kilos in 2 weeks. So it's still back to the 1 kilo a week weight loss, which if you actually do listen to Dr. Berg, he reckons that the body can only lose about 2.2 pounds of fat per week on average. So, and I mean, I'm still in ketosis, so I'm hoping that's all fat weight that's going. So I'm pretty happy, still on track. I hope you guys are going good, and the ones that are thinking about starting, definitely do. I mean, you won't regret it. And honestly, I don't miss anything. Like I don't actually, like probably the first couple of weeks when everyone was still eating bread and that, I'm thinking, I really want a piece of bread. But it wasn't such a strong craving for it, and I don't miss anything. Like if I feel like something sweet, I have a little bit of chocolate with cream. If I feel like something salty, I have a little bit of cheese or some ham or something like that. So any cravings that I tend to have, I just look for keto alternatives that will satisfy that craving, and that makes it so much easier. Like, a lot of it's your mindset, honestly. And I mean, I've been dieting since I was 12, like basically trying to lose weight, gain weight, whatever, since I was about 12. And the cravings has always been the biggest problem for me, like just trying to not give in to the cravings. And with this diet, because you're always feeling so, what's the word? Is it sated? Like, or what's that word? You know, where you're feeling like you're pleasantly full, like you don't feel like you're hungry. That helps to control the craving so much. Constantly feeling like, yeah, I'm not even hungry. Your cravings are not even there. So honestly, the first couple of weeks is probably the hardest as far as trying to not give in, but just take every moment at a time. Don't even think of the long picture, like the big picture. Just think in this moment, okay? Everyone's eating bread. Am I going to eat bread, or am I going to try something else? And just take that moment and do it. And every little moment like that will add up, and before you know it, you don't even think about it. Like, you're not even thinking, oh, I want some bread, or I want some rice, or I want some potatoes. Like, you just think, try focus on the stuff you can have. Focus on all those foods that, yeah, you can enjoy. I just actually feel like keto is just now, that's just what I eat. Like, I don't even think, oh, while I'm doing keto, I can't have it. It's not while I'm doing keto. It's like, this is the way I eat now. Now, that's not to say I'm never going to eat cake again, or I'm never going to have hot chips again. Yeah, I reckon once I'm down to my weight, my goal weight, where I want to be, if there's a special occasion, like if it's a birthday or something like that, or, you know, once a month or whatever, I will enjoy a piece of cake, or, you know, have some hot chips if we're out somewhere. But I'm definitely not going to make that as a regular part of my life anymore, because I just feel so much better running like with my body functioning the way it is, you know, not on carbs. Like, I hope you guys, if you're still thinking about starting the journey, definitely check Dr. Berg out. He's got so much information on his channel. And yeah, for those of you that are doing your journey, let me know in the comments below how your week has been. I hope it's been great. And yeah, next week what am I planning to do next week? I think next week I'm going to share different types of drinks that I enjoy while I'm doing keto. So yeah, look out for that one. And I think the week after that, I might even do some sweet treats that you can enjoy while you're on keto. And if you have any suggestions on health or keto type videos you want me to cover, definitely leave them in the comments below as well. And yeah, I'll do my best to accommodate those requests. So I hope you have a great week, guys. Stay positive, keep going. And if you do stumble, don't worry about it. Just, you know, keep going forward again. You know, no one's journey is perfect. I'm sure there'll be days where I don't do as well as I should. And, you know, like the week that's just gone, I felt like I've eaten a lot more than I normally should. So this week now ahead, I'm probably going to try and do a little bit of intermittent fasting throughout the week, where I try and go as long as I can before I eat, and just concentrate on that. Just try and, you know, stretching that time out before my first meal of the day. So I'm just going to do that this week, just to counteract the feeling that I ate a bit too much last week. And yeah, we'll go from there. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Stay positive, stay focused, and I'll see you all next week. Thanks for watching.